Okay, you should have gotten the
Yeah.
message there. Trying to double time is always the worst. It's always the worst. Double and triple time yourself.
Oh, and you were the first person to listen to my new microphone.
I'm loving it. How
So, yeah.
I played with a couple of different ones.
You know what? I took like people's previous experiences as warnings and examples.
Okay.
Right. So, and I ended up getting, I think, a really good deal on a Blue Yeti. I mean, so far so good. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, we're
So,
live. Okay.
oh, we're live?
Yes.
Hooray!
Hi. It's always like chit chat. It's like, oh, we're live. We didn't say anything
Surprise!
revealing, did we?
Two chicks talking microphones. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
There you go. And I'll press that. Well, hello and welcome. Oh, recording in progress. All right. So welcome. And we are here. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. This is Tea Tuesdays, and this is 50. And let's see, I'm here sipping, where's my tea? I'm here sipping my CBD tea. And I hope you got something good over there, some wine, or, well, it's a little early for that, but maybe a wine spritzer.
Yeah, so far it's like water with
Depends where
a splash of lemon.
That's how to do it. Just keep hydrating all day. That's what I say. And this is where we discuss like aging and menopause and CBD and herbs. And I'm Sandra, senior founder of Iris Salon and Spa, where we're all about relaxation, rejuvenation, wellness, and I'm bringing through our, different workshops, like and talks like we do here. I'm a massage therapist and nutritional health coach. And, that's what I'm all about. I'm also with that, a mother, a sister, aunt, daughter, with a lot of titles like, you all out there are. And just trying to manage family, career, and this perimenopausal time. So it's just a lot. And it's not a boo. It's not a boo. It's I'm gonna make it good. Here's the thing, it will not be boo. There are boo days.
Sure,
there are
okay,
boo
fine.
moments, but it ain't gonna be boo all the time. And we're just trying to navigate it, and good thing we have people like Laura here, that's here. Welcome, Laura. She's from Woman, Sex, and Cannabis. And she was just, we were chit-chatting, if you heard, talking about she's going to be doing a podcast, but you'll reveal all that.
Yeah.
And let me read off Laura, all about you. After spending 17 years in the corporate world, a miracle happened. I love that, in the form of cannabis legalization. Now we can, oh yay. It changed everything. Cannabis legalization was a spark that lit the way to Laura's new life, a new mission in life. And over the last 4 years, Laura pivoted her career, is now officially a certified cannabis educator. Yay, we need a lot of those. I'm on my way to that too. Like, I want to get more out there. People need to educated. Her focus within the cannabis space has been menopause and libido, not easy subjects and are often neglected, but so necessary conversations. Her workshops have created a bridge between the medical communities and patients suffering in silence. Why do they suffer in silence? She's here to help find those missing orgasms. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, and improve your quality of life. Cannabis education means more to Laura than just a career change. It's her passion, her mission. And of course, no judgments. It's all only joy. And that's my word for this year. My 2021 is create that joy. You know, it's all about joy. So welcome, welcome, Laura. And the topic today, well, of course, having Laura here, is sex and menopause.
Yay.
Why is that a topic? You know, it's like, oh, you know, I thought about that. It's like, because like you said, it's a problem. They're suffering in
Yes.
silence. Why is
Yes,
it
it
not?
is a
Why-
problem.
It is a problem. So, you know, let's share this. We need to share. We need to discuss. What do you know? Tell me, or, you know, share with your sister, your friend, and just let's come together and just, you know, open up that conversation. So,
Right.
yeah, we're here for you. And yeah, we're going to have these uncomfortable conversations.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you
Yeah,
know,
for
if
sure.
you're comfortable, some people are comfortable, so whatever it is, we're here for that all the time. So welcome, welcome, Laura.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my favorite stuff to talk about, because so many women don't talk about it. And I think a lot of that is shame, but I also think that they're worried of, like, they're holding a lot of guilt as well, because if they think, oh, I think I should be worried about my sexual performance in my vaginal area, when really I should be worrying about the mortgage payments and the hydro bill, and how, who's going to take the kid to what activity after school, and stepping back and going, I need to address some personal issues, makes you feel guilty, makes you feel self-indulgent. And that's why, that's part of the reason. And then the other one is embarrassment and shame, because let's face it, vaginas are not considered something that we openly talk about after we're like 21 years old. Okay.
And it's there,
Like,
it's there all the time, all
it's
day
there
long.
all the time. It's there all the time. And on top of that, one of the side effects of menopause is going from a juicy mango to a corn husk, basically overnight, right? And
Never heard
you are
that
like,
described like that before, but okay.
what is happening? Okay.
Yeah.
Or like there's a disconnect between what your brain is thinking about and what's happening below the waist.
Yeah.
And they're not in communication with each other. And being in that kind of intimate moment with yourself or with your partner or a group, you know, no judgments here, you know, no judgments. So like addressing how, like the miscommunication that's happening a lot because of the chemical reactions that are happening in a menopausal brain and body. And a lot of the side effects really affect your sexual performance. And I want women to feel that it's okay to talk about that, and that it's important to have an intimate life. It is so much about the quality of life. And let's face it, if you read about what happens to your brain chemically when you're having an intimate, either orgasm itself or being intimate and touching and having all of those sensations, the brain chemistry that's happening is phenomenal. And without that brain chemistry fireworks, no, there's not going to be any fireworks down below.
Yeah, it's
if
all
it's
connected.
not happening
It's
here,
here sometimes,
it's not
here,
happening down there. Okay.
It's all connected.
It's just not happening. And I think that women are so embarrassed to talk about it. And when I was doing my workshops, I found that it was like, why are women like, you know, I would hope that my space is nice and we're relaxed. I'm going to show them what cannabis is and all that stuff. But just getting people to the point where they're comfortable talking about the side effects that they're experiencing was like pulling teeth. Okay. it was tough, right? So just trying to pull it out, pull. So I decided to develop a puppet that I would bring out in my work seminars, my workshops. and to get women talking, because it's like a ridiculous puppet, right? And it's of the female organ,
I
okay?
can just
And
imagine.
yeah, like I can show her to you, but I don't know if Facebook will let me.
You probably, you know what, leave it there, because they'll probably have an issue with it.
Well, in any case, it's a like a Muppet, okay? It's got googly eyes and eyelashes, okay?
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you saw it, you'd understand. And when I used this puppet, that was like, oh my God, what is that? I'm like, it's what you think it is, because this is what we're going to talk about. Because a lot of what cannabis does is helps women because of the chemistry and physiological stuff that's happening in our sexual organs. And cannabis are great friends. And back before prohibition, cannabis played a major role in menstruation and childbirth, as well as menopause, because grandma always had that tea in the backyard.
Yes.
Right. It was always, I don't know about you, but in Europe, especially in Eastern Europe, cannabis was never illegal. So they always called it grandma's tea in the backyard. And when I went to visit there,
I had ganja tea. I'm from Jamaica. Ganja
yeah,
tea.
exactly.
You had a little something for, you know, if you were feeling away.
Yes. And as a nutritionist, you know, you understand that there is a direct pathway between what's in your stomach and what's happening in your brain.
Exactly.
And that's why something like a CBD tea can have so many great effects on your body, including stimulating a part of our brain that deals with homeostasis, and that has to do with body temperature and breathing and heart rate, and keeping you all like on an even keel. That is stimulated by the chemistry in the cannabis plant. So when I found out all of this information as I became a cannabis educator, I thought women need to know about this, because the medical community is not talking to you about menopause.
No.
Basically, my doctor, who I have a great relationship with, because here it's like universal health care, you know. So we were able to have a very open conversation about menopause. And she said, there are two options. One, the hormone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
And she's like, and you're not going to do that because of the cancer history in your family. So that's not even an option. So your option is diet.
I mean, that's good too. I'm, you know, but
sure. But she's like, but that's basically it. Like the medical community is like, well, they open the door, kind of push you into the menopause room and go, we'll come back for you in about 10 years.
Yeah.
We don't know.
On you now and then. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll check in to see if we got food and water, but basically you're going to be locked in the menopause box for 10 years.
Wow. That's
awful. And I just thought this was such a disservice for half of the population. Like I was reading the stat, was it 97% of all women go through menopause.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, and this is one of my other passions, is helping women who are chemically going through menopause because of cancer treatment. And they like, at least when you have aged your way into it, you know that there's a train coming.
Yeah.
You know,
in menopause for so many different reasons.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like for younger women, it's a real life event in ways that they were not expecting, and oncologists aren't going to talk about it either.
No.
So, and I know that there are lots of cancer support groups, but I don't know how much or how often or how detailed they talk about their sexual and intimate life while they're going through treatment.
No. And then it's probably like, you know, the physical part of it. Well, this is what it is. And then you might get 2 or 3 minutes of that. And then there's no Q&A really. It's like, this is what it is. Take this, move on. You know,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and I ended up going to an intimacy and cannabis workshop that they were having here just after literally days after legalization. I thought that was really funny. It's like the government announces legalization, and like the biggest ad in the paper the next day was intimacy cannabis workshop. I'm like,
Perfect.
exactly what I needed to see. So I went there, and it was a lovely experience, but ultimately, like there was a more lively discussion about the effects on CBD oil on their tennis elbow than what was happening if they applied it in any intimate way. And I was like, ladies, it said intimacy, and we're talking about your tennis elbow.
Because
I want to talk about like orgasms right now.
People have to get comfortable, and it's part of that self-awareness. They don't want to talk.
Sure. But it wasn't cannabis in your tennis elbow. It was,
the title was.
it's like cannabis and help me get busy. So, it was, that for me was like, I think I see an opening here. Well, let me put on that entrepreneurial hat.
Yeah.
Just gonna go, I'm gonna elbow my way into the space.
There you go.
And that's basically how I ended up with women's sex and cannabis.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, thank you for that, because that's what's so needed. And it's a constant. Sometimes you want to, like you said, you have a Muppet, do diagrams. What do you need to explain or to make them feel comfortable? It's always an ongoing issue. And part of it why I started this talk, the Tea Tuesdays, is like, get your tea, let's talk about it. So and how it affects sex. And it's not just we're talking about cannabis, but it's different herbs and
yes,
your surroundings. There's so many things that go into it, and the cannabis is just like, okay, let me get your entire body and mind there and create the mood in your head. And your body will respond, whether it's topically or something you ingest, is going to respond,
yes, absolutely. Especially like the CB1 receptor is highly concentrated in the vaginal canal. So that's why something like a suppository could be really effective for people who are experiencing dryness and pain. And I think that that's part of the problem as well.
Yeah.
At least from the discussions that I've been having from the ladies.
Yeah, I mean, we all know what's happening. Your body's going through all these physical changes.
Sure.
It's just the dryness. It's the constant dryness. And, I've heard so many different things to the point you're in pain. And not only just that, it's affecting up here. Like you said, it's like, I'm not even interested in that. Like, I don't want to talk about it. This hurts. I'm walking around with it all day, and it hurts because the atrophy and the dryness, all these different things. So, and like, you need sex. It's natural. It's it's for male and female, for everyone. It's something that's natural that your body needs. So it's like, no, you're not thinking about it because of what's happening to your body, and you're in pain. Like, that messes with you.
And that's definitely the 100% mood killer is pain.
Yeah. So you're already having mood swings, and now that's affecting the libido in
absolutely. Oh yes. And so many women don't even talk to their loved ones about it, or their friends about it. Like, to me, like, what I've really noticed as I've aged is my girlfriends from when I knew in my 20s, they wouldn't shut up about it. They wouldn't shut up about the sex they were having and whatever freaky stuff they were doing in the forest, etc. All that stuff.
Not the forest.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? Canada, right? Go shock the wildlife. And then by the time we were in our 30s, but for sure, nothing, radio silence after 40.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, either they're into some really freaky stuff or nothing's happening.
Yeah, they're not thinking about it.
They're not thinking about it.
They're not thinking about it, talking about it.
It's either like it's date night or folding the laundry. I don't know. Here, flip a coin. So, and I find that was really shocking to me. Just because I'm single and like, I don't understand. It's like, what do you mean they never go home?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're still here?
Yes, I've heard that too. And then it's on top. So yeah, it's like, well, I guess I gotta worry about the bills and what are we gonna eat and the kids. So all these other things start to come to the foreground. Like, so you push that back. And it's like, no, let's talk about it. Who can you call and ask questions? And
Exactly.
do a workshop on it, whatever you hear about it. Talk to your girlfriend. But and maybe your girlfriend has the same questions you do, so it's
absolutely.
It's a constant battle. And this is like a funny thing. I like to people watch, especially when I see older couples. And I'm all nosy in the comments, in their business. I figure, you ever ask someone like over 60 or like 70, 80, their business? Or sometimes they'll just say hello. And you get a mouthful. But I always like this, especially when I see couples and I ask them, so how long you been together? How, what that makes this work? I'm so interested. I'm so intrigued. You know how many times some of the ladies are like, lots and lots of sex, like this little old lady, like lots and lots of sex, like, oh, okay, thank you for that. And so it's something that yes, they went through, but it's something to be, I don't want to say make it a chore, to put on the list, but how can we get to that point where it's something to be enjoyed and to give you joy. So
yes,
and again, I'm going to say 10 times because some people don't even like to say the word, the vagina, and and many other words people like to say, the vagina. It's always there. There's lots happening. It's a giver of life.
Exactly.
It's the center of your being, as far as I'm concerned. That's why, we're all goddesses because we create people. We're goddesses. So
we have that power.
We have the organ
generate.
to create people. So
yes,
I'll say all day long, vagina, get comfortable with it.
Oh yeah, me too.
One of my challenges that I ask people to do when it comes to self-love and self-care and on that journey is sometimes I sit in front of the mirror naked, and look at the arm, your beautiful arm and your beautiful chest and your cheek, and just work your way down and just appreciate every part of you and say the name of it and just love it, whether you're with yourself or with someone else. So that's part of the journey. So it's sex past a certain age. It's important. And I understand the difficulties that you're having, that people are getting there, but CBD and cannabis, as we said, helps so much in that area. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And it depends how you want to take it, but topically is great. I'm just
absolutely. I'm all about infused lubes.
Yeah,
I think that has been a game changer to so many women I've talked to, because it's non-intoxicating, so they're not going to be mentally intoxicated by like, they're not going to get high by applying it.
Not going in this.
It's not going in that. It doesn't work that way. It's a topical that gets absorbed in the skin, and it produces kind of like, I guess, a tingling sensation for a bit, but then it's like just the feeling of arousal It's
Yes,
like
a
the
good thing though.
flower bud is opening.
Uh-huh.
Hello, the flower show is about to open. And
Yeah.
and that I've heard so many great things about infused lubes that, not that this is medical advice, of course, but for
Oh,
people
yes, let me
to,
do that disclaimer. This is not
let's do
medical
that
advice, anyone.
disclaimer.
Anyone listening, it's not medical advice. Speak to your doctor.
For sure.
We're sharing here and having a
We're
conversation.
sharing, and
Yeah.
definitely before you apply anything to your skin, consult a physician.
Yes, yes. Everybody's
But
different.
there
Your
are,
situation is different, so check.
exactly,
Mhm.
every situation is different. However, that being said, there are products on the market, at least here in Canada. I'm not sure, you're in New Jersey, right?
Yes, New Jersey, North, yeah. New York, New
Okay,
Jersey.
so yeah, like I'm just trying to get my geography out. Like I know what coast you're on at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure specifically what products are available in your local area, but I know that there is what is it? Faria, I think, is an American company, and they produce intimate lotions, and it's something for people maybe to investigate. Not that I am not like paid or anything by them, but I know of their products. So I'm not testifying that they're amazing or anything. It's just that that is one of the brand names that I'm aware of at the moment.
Okay. And you're
I
in
know that
Canada, so definitely you guys look out with having a lot more variety and availability for you. So
yes, and it is happening. It is really interesting because the our legal cannabis website, that's where anyone can, over the certain age, can purchase products, and it started off as one product, and now there's like a page of products.
listen, with stores and stores.
Yeah, and I think that possibly it is through word of mouth. So and I know that a friend of mine has ordered something from our cannabis store to use, and in conjunction with other lubricants, and she had such a good time. She called me the next day and was on the phone with me, and she sounded like, back when we were 16 and she kissed a boy for the first time. So and then listening to her, she's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So just hearing that, I was like, this is why I do what I do. Because just that tone of voice and listening to her giggling and being all foolish, it was the best conversation we had in a long time.
We're back to that 16-year-old giggly teenage
exactly
girl.
And it just made me feel so great knowing that there is a solution to whatever is ailing you, and there's a workaround, even making lemonade, right? So it's just like there is help out there.
Yeah, definitely. And again, like I'm big on different types of herbs and different help that you can get. And just even in foods, like
For sure.
I'm
really into, have you heard of vervain?
Yeah, vervain is good. Vitex is good for anything with the vaginal area to help.
I'm going to try and grow vervain in my grow tent and see what happens. I'm going to try it because in the wintertime, I have a grow tent, and like, I don't know if you can see, it's like the black part there. This is my grow tent. And I'm going to do herbs this winter. I am not paying that money for green onions in January. Okay.
That's the thing.
It's like, how much for like those sickly looking things? And dare call them green? They're like beige.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that green garden because the fresher the better. The greener the better, the fresher the better. That's
exactly.
Yeah, so it's a combination of things. You add the good herb, the CBDs, the cannabis, and then add the natural herbs and just in general foods. You know what? Chocolate, I'll just say it every day, the darker the chocolate, the better, but that's a great one too when it comes to different foods to help you with libido and mood and in general. but that's my fun one. But just in general, just when you focus on that, part of it is the everyday, what you do too, the keeping the toxins out of your body. And so your body's always ready and prepared and healthier, and the healthier, the better, right? So it can and be ready for sex, and enjoyable sex, I should say, because, just because you're having sex doesn't mean it's enjoyable.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Enjoyable sex. So just prepared to, get rid of the toxins, and eating, fresh, and eating clean and green and leafy, and just avoid as much processed food as you can. That's kind of like.
And lentils. I'm
Yeah.
such an advocate of lentils and beans, because they are really excellent for women who are going through menopause, because of the proteins involved, and the dietary chemicals that are in lentils. It really helps bring like your blood sugars down. So like, yeah, like I'm just like, eat your beans.
Eat your vegetables and beans. Take your cannabis.
Yeah, exactly.
And then slather your body all over your body.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Like it definitely helps. It helps with the mood. It helps brain. It helps the heart, and it's just like
yeah,
said,
absolutely.
for enjoyment. You need to have enjoyment, and there's a whole, like you said, physiological actions of actually having sex. So it's like, listen, it's just good for you.
Yes. It's you know what, better than yoga.
Yeah.
Well, after yoga, maybe. Yes. Get yourself
still
all
debating
limber.
if it's better than chocolate.
Ooh.
I'm still debating.
I think it would, for me, since I'm a single person, I think if I had to choose between the chocolate and the person, it would really depend on the person who you're presenting me with as the other option.
Oh, well, if you can have both, even better. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so it's all about, again, to helping people, like, what can I do? How can it be better? It's, it's here, it's the gut and the vagina. How do we treat it? How do we think about it? Are we talking about it? Or is there something wrong? Again, I have a line coming out, the CBD line, with the suppositories to really help with that.
Amazing.
For moisture. So
Mm-hmm.
you just got, hydrate in here a lot, and then moisture there. So it's so many different benefits that you can get from that constantly. So it's the overall entourage effect. That's what we're
Yes.
trying to get to.
Yes.
How's everything working together, and how can I get to that? And ask questions, and reach out and talk to different people. Take a workshop from Laura.
Yay.
So again, it's not just one thing. What everyone, and I keep saying it over, it's not just one thing, it's many things. It's putting it all together. And we know how, like you said, just applying it topically can give you, we want to get to that joy, get to that orgasm,
Exactly.
and get comfortable with the conversation, and ask why not, or what I can do better, and those different things. So that just
and making yourself feel like you're worth the effort.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you're more than worth it. You need it. You're worth it, and it brings you joy in many different ways. However you get your joy, but that should be one of the ways you get your joy.
Exactly.
Regardless of your what I should say, your situation, regardless of your situation. So you work it out, what works for you, because there's so many different things you can do. Okay, so how can we reach you talk
You
to
can reach me on Instagram. My handle is laurahamilton.cancan. You can also reach me on Facebook under Women, Sex, and Cannabis. I'm also on Facebook, I think, under my own name, Laura Hamilton. You should be fine. Yeah, I'm the big redhead. And
okay, so it won't be blonde next week, so we will find you.
no, if there's one color I have never been, and that's blonde. I have been every shade of red ever invented. Okay, and so it's just like I don't. Well, I have a good idea of what some of my natural hair is. The color has shifted, but I couldn't tell you what the rest of it looks like.
I've been red a couple of times. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody who knows me, tomorrow I might be blonde.
Really?
I'm blue and purple. I'm eyeing.
I've been purple.
So that looks like fun too. So keep it fun. Like I tell everyone, it's not. It's like, oh no, I'm 50. Oh, it's time to get ready to die. Everything hurts. Like, no, I'm gonna figure out how not to make it hurt, how to make it better. I'm supposed to start weight training soon. That helps.
Good.
Bones and I've slipped way back, but it definitely helps with my bones. So what can I do to make this time better? Because I have to go to 100 and enjoy it. So it's not just living, it's enjoying it. So great. So we can reach out to you, and you have workshops also and one-on-one. So definitely.
And I'm jumping on that podcast train. Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm doing the podcast. It's going to be dropping on October 27th. Which is also my birthday, so I can get pity listens. Okay. I'm shameless. I'm shameless when it's like, oh, come on, it's my birthday. Can't you listen to this?
Why not? If people tune in, they might learn something that
day.
You know what? That's
yes.
That's
and the
fun.
podcast name is
you
going
get that
to be
one
Love.
little nugget that day.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you can't rub me a little bone. Come on. It's fine. I don't care. The podcast name is going to be Love, Sass, and Grass.
I like it. Okay. So excellent. So definitely everyone, reach out to Laura. And if you want to get in touch with us or get enough notification if we're going live or what workshops or anything else we're doing here at Sisters Roots and Herbs or at Irie Salon and Spa, reach out to me, DM, email, info at Irie Salon and Spa, IRIE Salon and Spa. And I'll drop that information there. Call, there's a phone number there, email, send smoke signals, I don't know, text. Just reach out. We'll get you on this. Next week, we're going to be discussing some different hormonal, so many different things, so hormonal imbalances, talking about more like more cysts and tumors, specifically, PCOS, fibroids, my 20-year history in dealing with that. After my many surgeries and different things, that's another, we'll talk about that next week. Endometriosis, different things that happen, again, with the vagina. You gotta like say it and get comfortable with it. Make a little song out of it. Hey, my vagina,
I'll dance like a white girl. Okay, yeah.
Get comfortable with the conversation, get comfortable with the word, and that's what we're here for. Definitely, reach out to either one of us with questions and join our Facebook page. This is 50, so which we are, asking questions and discussing it more as a group. And we have put that information there too, where you can download, because it starts with self-love and that self-awareness and that journey. So I have like little tips so you can download that and get that started, because there's also, so how do I start? You got to get comfortable with it. You got to start with yourself. So that's what we're doing. What are we doing? Yeah, that's what we're doing next week. And, just listen, just get comfortable with the conversation, because again, maybe you're not 50, because maybe you're younger, because that's the way I heard about menopause the first time. I was in my 20s, and my girlfriend, she was 30, 31. Oh yeah, I'm going through menopause. What?
Oh my God.
So
Wow.
again, I say this is 50 because that's kind of the mid age of it all. And
Right.
we're at that point in our lives, but some people are suffering with that. So we just want to get to that point, whatever, what you do with your body, put on your body, put in your body, your surroundings, get to the point where you're not just surviving. You want to get to thriving. You want to get to, like, again, to joy. So
Yes.
many ways and many angles to do to do it. So thank you again, Laura, for
Thank
joining us.
you.
And we will
I love being here. Thank you so much.
thank you for sharing and having the conversation with me.
Oh, have a great day.
And you guys have a great day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.